$595 pair of shoes to people. But what we are seeing now is that it's possible for the three brothers to have actually found ways to raise their stock even more without his interference. But I would also be a little remiss if I didn't take us back to the days when LeVar was crediting what is probably the craziest celebrity origin story since Kim Kardashian, and somehow finding a way to always be in the spotlight.
You retired from dancing and you talking about you gonna beat Michael Jordan?
You know, speaking the truth, I believe his journey is now abroad. Your boy Jill released something that's got the entire league buzzing. I'm here for it. After spending some time away from the intense limelight they once had, I think it's fair to say the Ball brothers are really on the move right now. While it's been clear that they've been at the forefront of national news since their high school days, dominating as a big three, these siblings have faced numerous challenges to achieve their success. So before we dive into the content, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to receive the latest NBA updates on your device. What's good, everyone? If we take a trip down memory lane, we can appreciate how wonderful it is that the Ball family is returning to their previous form and then some. If they continue like this, it appears we might need to add another season of basketball to the family, and to be fair, their decline in focus actually had several valid explanations, which is inevitable for anyone like them who has been in the spotlight for so long. That said, we should all take a moment to recall everything that has happened to them so we can gain perspective on what is currently unfolding. Whether it's Lonzo Ball's absence from the game due to injuries, LiAngelo Ball's adventure in China, which, let's not forget, ended with a rescue from President Donald Trump himself, or even his releases from the Pistons or Charlotte Hornets, or the unfortunate reality that LaMelo Ball was drafted by the Hornets, there is much to unpack regarding the family. With all of this now in the past, their recent resurgence into the limelight is officially beginning, but this time there is a notable change. For the first time in a considerable while, it seems almost none of it is linked to the three brothers' father, who, as we know, played a significant role in their rise to fame with just a few outrageous remarks and his unapologetically bold demeanor. The man will literally say anything to elevate the Ball brand, allowing them to contemplate selling a $595 pair of shoes to individuals. But what we're witnessing now is that the three brothers may have truly discovered ways to elevate their status even further without his involvement. However, I must also take us back to the time when LeVar was attributing what could be deemed the wildest celebrity origin story since Kim Kardashian while managing to stay in the limelight. Tired from dancing, he speaks about his intention to surpass Michael Jordan. How can you claim that? I need to hear how you'll choose your approach and how you plan to win. Why do you make such statements? Is this a marketing tactic of yours? Previously, people would debate who was superior, Michael Jordan, or who, in your opinion, was the best, Kobe or LeVar. The current narrative has shifted to who is superior, LeVar or Michael Jordan. It's crucial to recognize that it was moments like those that first drew attention to the Ball family, with some even likening them to the Kardashians of the basketball scene. It's worth noting that many regard their earlier 5 reality TV series as not just utterly absurd, but also somewhat unmerited. At times, it appeared that his sons were merely there to redirect the spotlight onto him rather than the opposite. Nevertheless, as I mentioned, this time the situation is notably distinct. The Ball brothers are creating their own buzz. Back in October of last year, Lonzo Ball successfully returned to the Chicago Bulls' active roster after being absent from the game for over 2 years. His recovery from injuries was deemed nothing short of miraculous, and although he hasn't posted the numbers that fans would have preferred since his comeback, anyone familiar with similar situations understands that enduring an actual meniscus transplant is undoubtedly significant and is an uncommon feat for an NBA player. The fact that he has returned to play in meaningful games indicates that the 27-year-old might still have a promising future in the league, whether with Chicago or another team, especially since he is set to become an unrestricted free agent after this season. In contrast, his brother LaMelo, as we all anticipated, is flourishing like never before. The youngest of the three brothers has always displayed the most potential. While Lonzo has been a strong defender with excellent court awareness, we can't forget that famous video where he was guarding LaMelo at their family home years ago, showing LaMelo's signs of future stardom. albeit at the expense of Lonzo's ankles. Oh my goodness, hey W, I'm done. Watch out, I let him fall. Did you fall for real? Oh man, oh damn. You've been away for a while, son, you've been soft in Westwood while we keep it tough on this hill. We are holding on, and unlike his siblings, there's not even a single concern regarding his performance in basketball. The 23-year-old superstar is presently topping all Eastern Conference guards in the second round of this year's All-Star voting. To be honest, this situation runs deeper than just his fan appeal. Despite occasional injuries, when he's on the floor, LaMelo is averaging 30 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 7.5 assists per game. Just think about the stats he'll put up once he fully enters his prime in a few years. If the Hornets can improve to any degree, it wouldn't be far-fetched to predict that he could vie for a couple of MVP awards. Some argue that he's already superior to someone like Damian Lillard at this moment. Regardless of your stance on that, it's undeniably impressive how far he's come early in his career. Lillard himself had a similar beginning, quickly putting up significant numbers and winning Rookie of the Year over notable names like Anthony Davis and Bradley Beal. I must also mention that, given his extraordinary talent, it's understandable considering he was the youngest of three brothers who were all skilled in basketball, constantly facing larger and stronger opponents throughout his life. This experience seems almost like a cheat code, especially with an all-star appearance already achieved in 2022. It is certainly possible for him to become one of the rare talents to achieve double-digit all-star appearances in his career. Now that both of them are out of the picture, the real excitement begins. It's no secret that the main topic at the Ball family's Christmas gatherings and reunions has likely always been the fact that two of the three brothers made it to the NBA while the other did not. His being cut from Detroit and Charlotte particularly doesn't help his case. Nevertheless, alongside his experience in Lithuania with LaMelo, what truly demonstrated to people that the third Ball brother was determined to reach the NBA was his journey to Mexico. Despite the grit and determination he showed in pursuit of his lifelong dream, it's evident to anyone who has watched him play that he doesn't quite match the skill level of his siblings. Still, earning a contract tryout with an NBA team is a remarkable achievement, and many might not understand how exceptional one must be just to get that chance.